Financial inclusion, voices from the disability community. What are your financial goals?
At this point, I want to, start decreasing my debt a little more because I am making plans to getting a home and being a first-time home buyer.
I do have financial goals. Given my age, I know that it's important for me to have some retirement, if you will. That's always been a focus.
Well, the things that really matter to me are things like having enough money so that once a year I can go home and see my parents who are aging.
Yes, short term I want to fix my credit so I can actually have a couple of credit cards and not have to be so dependent on paycheck to paycheck.
But I want to get all patio and have a privacy fence up so I can get a little dog or whatnot.
What's getting in your way?
I seem to have holes in my pockets and it's just leaking money.
You could only have a certain amount of money in a bank, depending on if you have SSI or SSDI. You actually have to manage your money a certain amount that can last you the whole month.
About 13 years ago, I had a psychiatric crisis and I was disabled for over a year. I wasn't able to work and I had to undergo a lot of treatment, credit card bills, medical bills that just piled up during that period of time. When I started working, I actually had to use payday loans because I just couldn't really make ends meet.
My understanding of money and security was a $750 check. And when I was growing up, I saw so much disparity in older adults with disabilities. I even remember asking my foster parent at the time, am I going to be homeless when I grow up? Because I didn't see anybody with a disability that had a job, and I saw the majority of homeless people had disabilities like me. So the only parallel that I could draw in my 12-year-old head was, hey, this is my future, this is my life.
Has anyone talked to you about financial health?
No. Physical health, yeah, mental health, spiritual health, but financial health, no. Some of my friends, they're careful with their spending and people will talk about it, but there's no actual advice yet.
I have been in various training programs for individuals who are blind. They've brought in individuals who can just talk to you and tell you about, just opening a checking account or a savings account, but nothing in depth that talks about anything beyond that and how it's important to budget.
I've never received counseling from a banking institution, if you will, or a financial planner, but I received that sort of those nuggets of information from my family. Talk about debt and what it does to you, and not to be a slave to credit cards and things like that. So I would say that I learned most of my financial savviness from my family.
My financial health, I've learned on my own, and they've been really hard lessons. Because there's so much more than just paying bills. There's so much more than just buying food or paying rent. You could be saving. You could be having a percentage of your money go into a special account. And nobody tells you these things.
This video is brought to you by National Disability Institute and is dedicated to the financial inclusion of people with disabilities. To learn more about National Disability Institute and its mission, visit www.realeconomicimpact.org.